What if I told you that right now, in 2026, there are 5 AI-powered gadgets sitting in labs, shipping boxes, and early adopters' hands, and every single one of them is about to change the way you live your life forever? We're not talking about incremental upgrades. We're not talking about a slightly better camera or a marginally faster processor. We're talking about gadgets that are going to make people stop dead in their tracks, pull out their phones, and share them with every single person they know. These are the gadgets that will break the internet in 2026. My name is Your Name, and this is your tech channel, the place where we cut through the marketing noise and give you the real story on technology that actually matters. Today, I have spent weeks researching and diving deep into the most talked about AI gadgets of this year, and I have narrowed it down to 5 devices, so mind-blowing and genuinely revolutionary that I believe they will define this entire decade of technology. If you are someone who wants to stay ahead of the curve and does not want to be the last person to discover something life-changing, stay until the very end. Because number 1 on our list is going to absolutely shock you. Let's get into it. Before we dive in, if you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss a video like this. Now let's talk about the gadgets that are going to blow your mind. We start our list at number 5 with something small enough to fit on your finger but powerful enough to completely transform your relationship with your own body. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the next generation AI smart ring. And in 2026, this thing has evolved far beyond anything we saw in previous years. That they are no longer just tracking your sleep or your heart rate. They are now predicting health events before they happen. And I mean that literally. Imagine waking up in the morning, and before you even have your coffee, your ring has already analyzed 12 different biomarkers from your overnight sleep data. Your body temperature fluctuations, your blood oxygen saturation patterns, your heart rate variability, your respiratory rate, even subtle changes in skin conductance. And then it tells you, hey, based on everything I've seen tonight, your immune system is working harder than usual. You might be coming down with something in the next 48 hours. Here's what I recommend you do today. That is not science fiction. That is what the latest generation of AI smart rings are doing in 2026. The onboard machine learning models are trained on millions of anonymized health datasets, and they have gotten scary accurate at predicting illness onset, stress spikes, hormonal shifts, and even the early warning signs of more serious conditions like atrial fibrillation. What really takes this to the next level is full integration with your digital life. The ring talks to your smart home. If it detects your stress levels are through the roof at 10 p.m., it automatically dims your lights, lowers the thermostat, and cues up a guided breathing exercise on your TV. It becomes a personal wellness advisor that never sleeps and never judges. Battery life has also made a massive leap forward, up to 10 days on a single charge, thanks to ultra-low power AI chips that process health data directly on the device. Your health data stays private, and the ring works even without a network connection. The reason this makes our list at number 5 is because it represents a massive shift in how ordinary people interact with health technology. This is not a gadget for health nuts. This is going mainstream in 2026. By the end of this year, you will know at least 3 people who own one. Show B-roll of someone wearing earbuds, traveling, speaking different languages, business meeting. Coming in at number 4, we have a gadget that science fiction writers have been dreaming about for decades, the universal translator. But not the clunky, awkward, delay-filled version you might have tried before. In 2026, AI-powered translation earbuds have finally crossed the threshold from impressive demo to genuinely life-changing technology. Let me paint you a picture. You are traveling in Japan. You do not speak a single word of Japanese. You walk into a restaurant, the waiter starts speaking to you in rapid Japanese, and without missing a beat, you hear a perfectly natural English translation in your ear, with 0 perceptible lag. You respond in English, and your earbuds transmit a real-time Japanese translation through the phone's speaker to the waiter. The whole conversation flows as naturally as if you were both speaking the same language. That scenario is no longer a dream. In 2026, the latest generation of AI translation earbuds supports over 120 languages and dialects with translation latency under 300 milliseconds. That is faster than the natural pause between sentences in conversation. The AI doesn't just translate words, it translates tone, context, and cultural nuance. It understands the difference between formal business Japanese and casual street slang. It knows when to soften a blunt statement for a culture that values indirect communication. The technology behind this is absolutely wild. These earbuds use a combination of on-device neural networks and cloud-based large language models that have been trained specifically on conversational speech patterns. Unlike older translation apps that process text, these systems work directly with audio. They hear the original speaker, process the speech patterns, understand the meaning, and deliver the translation all in one seamless pipeline. The applications go far beyond travel. Think about what this means for global business, international medical care, diplomacy, immigration, and refugees. Think about grandparents who immigrated and could never fully communicate with grandchildren who grew up speaking a different language. This technology does not just break down language barriers, it breaks down walls between human beings. The newest models have also tackled one of the biggest problems with earlier translation earbuds: background noise. New microphone beamforming technology combined with AI noise isolation lets you zero in on the specific voice you want to hear and filter out everything else. You can have a clear, accurate translation conversation in a thunderstorm. This lands at number 4 because of its sheer human impact. It is not the flashiest gadget, but it might be the most meaningful. When you give people the ability to communicate with anyone on Earth in real time, you are doing something profound. You are changing the nature of human connection. All right, we are now entering the territory where things get absolutely crazy. Number 3 on our list is the AI-powered holographic display. And I need you to understand, this is not like the holographic displays you have seen before. This is not a spinning fan with LEDs. This is not a foggy projection screen. This is a true volumetric display combined with AI-generated spatial content, and it is going to make every flat screen in your life feel embarrassingly primitive. Here is how it works. These new holographic display units use a combination of laser projection arrays and photophoretic levitation technology to create three-dimensional images that appear to float in mid-air above the device. The AI layer is what makes it truly special. It doesn't just display pre-rendered holographic content. It generates and adapts holographic environments in real time based on what you're doing, where you are, and what you need. Imagine you are a surgeon preparing for a complex operation. You ask your AI holographic display to pull up the patient's MRI data. Within seconds, a full three-dimensional holographic reconstruction of the patient's anatomy floats in front of you, rotating. Zoomable, with different tissue layers, you can isolate and examine without touching a screen. You can walk around it, reach in and manipulate it with your hands, and run simulations of the procedure. Or imagine you are an architect. Instead of presenting your designs on a flat monitor or even in a VR headset, you project a full holographic model of the building right on the conference table. Your clients can look at it from every angle. They can see how the light changes at different times of day. They can walk through a miniaturized version of their future home. The AI adapts the model in real time as you make design changes, regenerating new holographic environments within seconds. But this technology is not just for professionals. The consumer versions of AI holographic displays in 2026 are designed for everyday use. Gaming companies are already developing full holographic game environments that project from your desk. Entertainment platforms are creating holographic concert experiences, where artists appear to perform in miniature on your table. Social media platforms are experimenting with holographic video calls where your friends appear as three-dimensional figures in your room. The AI component is doing enormous heavy lifting here. Generating volumetric holographic content in real time requires computational power. That would have been unthinkable 5 years ago. But new AI chips designed specifically for spatial computing have made it possible to render complex holographic scenes at high resolution in real time on a device that sits on your desk. This lands at number 3 because it represents a fundamental reimagining of what a display can be. Every major tech company in the world is watching this space. And in 2026, the holographic display is moving from prototype to product. When videos of this gadget in action start flooding social media, and they will, it will absolutely break the internet. We are in the top 2 now, and I want to warn you, things are about to get genuinely mind-bending. Pun absolutely intended. Coming in at number 2, we have the consumer AI wearable brain-computer interface. And before you scroll away thinking this is too science fiction, I need you to hear me out. Because what is happening in this space in 2026 is real. It is here. And it is ready for people like you and me to use. For years, brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, have been associated with medical implants and clinical trials. For people with paralysis or neurodegenerative conditions, that research has been critical and has produced incredible results. But in 2026, non-invasive BCIs have made a breakthrough that nobody was quite expecting this soon. Consumer-grade wearable headbands that can read your neural signals with enough precision to allow meaningful control of digital devices. No implants, no medical procedures, no needles. These devices use a combination of dry EEG electrodes and highly sensitive electromyography sensors to pick up both brainwave patterns and subtle facial muscle signals. The AI layer is where the magic happens. The onboard neural network learns your specific brain signature, your unique pattern of electrical activity when you think about moving something left or right, or when you mentally select an option. After a short personalized calibration session, the device can read these signals with remarkable accuracy. So what can you actually do with it? More than you might think. You can control smart home devices with a thought. You can navigate your phone's interface without touching the screen. You can control a computer cursor with mental commands. You can pause, play, skip tracks in your music. All hands-free, all with no voice commands required. In mixed reality environments, this technology allows incredibly natural and intuitive interaction with virtual objects. You just think about grabbing something and you grab it. For accessibility, this technology is nothing short of revolutionary. People with motor disabilities who have struggled to interact with technology for years now have a completely new pathway to digital independence. But the consumer applications extend far beyond accessibility. Think about what this means for productivity. You're working on a complex document, your hands are busy typing, and you need to reference something on your second screen. A thought controls it. You are cooking and you need to set a timer. A thought does it. You are presenting in a meeting and need to advance a slide. A thought handles it. Gaming applications are already generating enormous excitement. Imagine a strategy game where your intentions directly control the action. No controller bottleneck, no keyboard delay. Imagine flight simulators where instinctive mental commands translate directly into the aircraft's movements. Players who have tried BCI-controlled gaming describe the responsiveness and immersion as nothing short of transformative. I know what some of you are thinking. Privacy. What happens when a device can read your brain signals? This is a legitimate concern that leading companies are taking seriously. The best consumer BCI devices in 2026 process all neural data locally on the device. Nothing is sent to external servers. Raw brainwave data is never transmitted. The AI only extracts the specific intentional signals you trained it to recognize. Your brain is not being read like a book. It is more like the device learning your unique fingerprint of intentional mental gestures. This sits at number 2 because it represents the beginning of an entirely new paradigm in human-computer interaction. The keyboard replaced typewriters. The mouse replaced command lines. Touchscreens replaced physical buttons. Thought-based interfaces are now beginning to replace physical input altogether. The future is here, and in 2026, you can buy it and wear it on your head. And here we are, the moment you have been waiting for. The gadget that I genuinely believe will not just break the internet in 2026, but will rewrite the entire conversation about what technology can be. The number one AI gadget that will break the internet in 2026 is the AI autonomous personal robot. Now, I know what you're thinking. Robots? Really? We have seen robot demos before. They fall over. They move like they're navigating through thick, invisible honey. They cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. They are a party trick at tech conferences. Not something real people actually have in their homes, right? Wrong. Everything has changed. The combination of 3 massive breakthroughs happening simultaneously has pushed personal AI robots from impressive but impractical to genuinely ready for the real world in 2026. And those 3 breakthroughs are foundation models for physical intelligence, energy-efficient mobile computing, and advanced manipulation hardware. Let me break down each one. First, foundation models for physical intelligence. You know how large language models like the ones that power AI chatbots learned from billions of text examples and developed this astonishing generalized ability to reason, write, and answer questions? Well, in 2024 and 2025, researchers began training massive foundation models not on text, but on physical motion data. Millions of hours of robots, humans, and simulated agents performing real-world physical tasks. The result is AI that has developed generalized physical intelligence. It understands objects, spaces, forces, and tasks at a deep level, not because it was programmed with specific instructions, but because it has learned from an ocean of physical interaction data. Second, energy-efficient mobile computing. Running powerful AI used to require racks of servers or at minimum a powerful desktop machine with a dedicated GPU. That is obviously not going to work inside a robot that needs to move around your home. But new specialized AI hardware in 2026, chips designed from the ground up specifically for physical AI workloads, can run sophisticated foundation models on a power budget that fits inside a humanoid robot body. This is the piece that everyone was waiting for, and it has finally arrived. Third, advanced manipulation hardware. Robots have historically been terrible at the kind of delicate, dexterous manipulation that humans do without thinking, picking up a fragile egg, pouring a glass of water without spilling, folding a shirt, turning a door handle. In 2026, new actuator technology, combined with AI-driven tactile sensing, has made robots dramatically better at these tasks. They can feel what they are touching. They adjust their grip force in real time. They handle delicate objects with genuine care. So what can the 2026 personal AI robot actually do? It can handle household tasks, tidying rooms, loading the dishwasher, doing laundry, taking out trash, watering plants, preparing simple meals. It can do logistics tasks, carrying items, organizing shelves, packing boxes. It can provide assistance for elderly individuals, reminding them to take medications, helping them navigate safely, calling for help in emergencies. It can support childcare. Reading to children, playing games, keeping kids engaged while a parent handles something else. Does it do all of this perfectly? No. Does it have limitations? Absolutely. It struggles with highly novel situations. It is slower than a human at most tasks. It requires learning your specific home environment and routines. But for the first time in history, the limitations are manageable, the capabilities are genuinely useful, and the price point is approaching accessibility for mainstream consumers. Multiple companies are now shipping pre-orders for personal AI robots in the range of $20,000 to $40,000. Before you say that is not accessible, consider the first personal computers cost equivalent prices in today's money. Technologies that genuinely change the world start expensive, then collapse in price as production scales. Analysts are already forecasting that by 2028 to 2029, personal AI robots will be within reach of the average household. What we are seeing in 2026 is the iPhone moment for robotics. Here is why this will absolutely break the internet. When videos of these robots cooking breakfast, folding laundry, setting dinner tables, and navigating home environments flood YouTube and TikTok, and they already are, people cannot stop watching. The combination of genuine usefulness and the sheer wonder of seeing a robot do what robots were always supposed to do triggers something deep in human psychology. We have been promised this future for decades, and in 2026, it is arriving at our front door. So there you have it, the 5 AI gadgets that will break the internet in 2026. A quick recap. Number 5, the AI smart ring predicting health events before you feel them. Number 4, AI translation earbuds making the universal translator real. Number 3, the AI holographic display making flat screens look obsolete. Number 2, the AI wearable brain interface beginning the end of keyboards and touchscreens. And number 1, the AI autonomous personal robot finally ready to enter your home and your life. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 gadgets excites you the most? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one and love hearing what this community thinks. And here's a question for the comments. Which gadget do you think poses the biggest ethical challenge for society? The brain interface, the robot, the health monitoring ring? This is one of the most important conversations we need to be having right now, and I want to hear your perspective. If this video gave you value, please hit the like button right now. It takes 2 seconds and makes a massive difference in helping this video reach people who would love content like this. And if you're not yet subscribed, hit subscribe and join a community of people who want to understand the world they are living in. We cover technology that actually matters without the hype and without the nonsense. I will see you in the next one. Stay curious, stay ahead, and keep watching the horizon, because the future is coming faster than any of us expected. Take care, everyone.